I like. So it's okay. You have to learn how to accept that not everyone's gonna like your business. Now, on the flip side, when it comes to your emotional validation wound, you have to accept that not everyone's gonna like you. I don't care if you're the best person. You could be the best person you could possibly be. You could be Beyonce, and half the world loves Beyonce. She has billions of fans, right? But there are people who really don't like Beyonce. Like, I like Beyonce, but I don't like. I'm not.
Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a camera. You know, really to blow you up.
Hello, guys. My name is sirenredd. I'm the Cripreneur, and today is Motivation Monday, where I just talk to you guys about some little thoughts that I've been having as an entrepreneur, and because I feel like as an entrepreneur, we have not only emotional but mental problems and stuff like that, and it just helps to have somebody talk through it. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, you're just a side hustler or whatever. But specifically, if you're a creative entrepreneur, you could definitely use a motivation because this entrepreneurship is not easy. So I come here on Mondays to kind of talk to you guys like you're my friends. So today's video is going to be about why you want to be liked, right? I'm so tired. It's literally like 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm shooting this for you guys because I was like, I have to get this done. So the reason why I'm making this video, because I as an entrepreneur, I feel like my journey is often disrupted by the outside validation that I seek from everyone else, my peers, man, honestly, everybody with my goddamn customers. That's the crazy part, because I could give a shit if my customers like me sometime, which is crazy, right? Like, I feel like I should be more focused on that. But I don't have a problem with getting my customers like me. They always have a good time. They always like me. It's just like I feel like my peers, it's hard to get the attention of my other peers, which is, that is neither here nor there. But I'm rambling. Anyway, I was making this video because I feel like the need for me wanting to be liked has really been disrupting my entrepreneur journey, and I feel like it's probably disrupting yours, because right now we live in a world where everything is validation. Everything is validation. Who has the most likes? Who has the most followers? Who has the most comments? Everything is about that, and you think that and well, it makes people think that if I have more likes, if I have more follows, if I have more comments, more people like me. If more people like me, then I'm more important, right? Um, and while likes and comments and views and stuff is important if you're trying to sell something, it's not necessarily important when it comes to getting people to like you, if that makes sense. So do you want the views and the likes and the comments so you can actually sell something, so you can help people or help yourself financially? Or do you just want those things because it helps you feel better about yourself? So you have to really sit with yourself and figure out what exactly are you seeking. Are you seeking um a financial gain, or are you just seeking validation, right? So, and if you're seeking just validation, that comes from a childhood trauma wound of not feeling accepted and not feeling included. So you have to identify that, and you have to heal that, because that's what's going to hold you back in your entrepreneurial journey. And it's going to hold you back in your entrepreneurial journey because every time you do something and it's not validated right away, you're not going to want to do it no more. You're not going to want to do it no more. You're going to stop believing in it. You're going to give up on it and stuff like that. And then if you keep giving up, you're never going to find your thing, right? Let me tell you guys a story. So I literally fell in love with AI. Like, when I tell you, when I first discovered AI last month, like, I'm so tired. When I tell you guys, I literally fell in love with AI last month. It was crazy. Like, I became so obsessed. Like, I could not wait to get home to just play on my iPad and just make commercials, could make moving images, whatever. I adored AI. Like, I still adore AI, but I was just like immersed in it, because I didn't think about using it for my storytelling, for my commercials. So I ended up making this series, this 12-day series, 12 days of AI hustles. So it was like a 12 days of Christmas type shit. So I ended up making this, and I did 12 little mini episodes and stuff like that that I created with AI. I created the characters and all that stuff, and I went and I posted it, and I was posting on Instagram, and then Instagram was not fooling with it, y'all. Instagram was not fooling with it. I was probably getting like 3 comments, like maybe on my highest post I probably got like 50 likes on my highest post, and that was my very post. And after that it was getting like 3, 4, maybe 5 hearts and stuff like that. Like my follower was not liking it, right? And because they wasn't liking it, it made me not want to, I feel like it made the series not as good, and it made it decline. And it made it decline because I felt like if no one else likes this, then what is the point of doing it? And when you start to get to that point as an entrepreneur, that is a scary place to be, and that is a detrimental place to be, because you might miss out on your thing, because at first everyone's not validated in what you got going, but everybody's not validating on what you got going on, because you're more concerned about being liked and being accepted than you are with providing a good product or providing a good business. Does that make sense? So that's why it's really important to heal that validation wound that you have, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today's video. It's not going to be too long, but we're going to run through this, and we're going to work together to heal the validation wound that we have that stems from our childhood of not being accepted, or even in adulthood as well, right? So the first thing I want you guys to do is identify why you want to be liked. So write down 3 reasons why you want to be liked, right? Now, after you write down these 3 reasons of why you want to be liked, I want you to look at your answers. Do your answers have anything to do with helping anyone else improve their life, or are all your answers about you? So for example, if your answers are all about you, I want to be liked because I want more friends. I want to be liked because I want to find love. I want to be liked because I want a better dating life. I want to be famous because I want people to like me. I want people to look up to me, right? Now, if those are your answers, you definitely have a childhood wound. If any of your answers have to do with I feel or I want to have, like if any answers start with I, then you most definitely have a wound. You most definitely have a childhood validation wound that you need to heal, right? Now, if your answers are the opposite of that, so let's say your answers are, I want people to like me because I want to reach more people. I want to change more lives. I want people to, I want to reach more people so more people can use my products and services to help change their life. I want people to like me because I want to inspire them to feel like they can do anything they want to do and stuff like that. If your answers start with I want to do this because, if your answers start with I want people, or I want people to feel like, or I want to help people, anything that has to do with making someone else feel something, making someone else achieve a goal, making someone else feel a certain way, then you don't really have a childhood wound, right? You don't have a childhood wound. You more so just have an issue with I want to say patience, but I don't know if patience is the word, because yes, you need to have patience, but that to me just feels like you need to work on your marketing, right? So it's not about you, it's not just about you wanting to be liked. It's more so about you need to just work on your marketing. You need to come up with a plan, so that way you can get more eyes on you, right? So that's the first thing, identifying why you want to be like, whether it's to sell a product or service, or a community, or some type of help to others, or whether it's just to please some type of emotion within yourself, such as wanting to be loved, wanting to be liked, wanting more friends, wanting to feel secure in yourself, right? So that's my first point. Now let's get to my second point. Now, the second point is the second point of how to heal this validation wound is you need to accept that everyone isn't going to like you. So this goes both ways. This goes whether you have an emotional, you'll have an emotional validation wound, which means that you want people to like you so you can feel validated within yourself, right? So you can feel validated within yourself, or so you can feel validated in yourself. Now, on the flip side of that, if you want people to like you so you can sell things to people that are actually going to help them, and you want more attention and stuff like that, you still also have to accept that not everyone is going to like you. So let's start with that. Not everyone's supposed to be your customer. Not everyone is supposed to be your customers. Like, again, y'all know I got the Love Hotel. Some people do not like my hotel. They feel like it's a sex hotel, and it is like, what, like, who, like, I don't know, but They feel like it's a goofy sex hotel. It's too colorful. It's too bright. The colors is this. The colors is that. Like they just, a lot of people feel like they just don't like the overall style. A lot, because they feel like it's too fantasy, which is like, it's supposed to be fantasy, right? Some people don't like that. Some people don't like that. And then I have other people who literally adore it. I have a customer who literally stays with me every week. Every week she books a different unit in that state. She's been in that building probably 30 times, but she just loves it. She said that it's a relaxing place to her. It's close to everything. Like she loves staying there, right? So it's people who love my business, it's people who hate my business. But I have to accept that certain people are not going to like my business, and those people aren't my target audience, and that's okay. It's okay for somebody to like something. Like, I don't like, let's see, I'm greedy, so I pretty much eat everything, but I'm trying to think of something. I don't like, okay, I'll eat lemons, but I'm not a big fan of lemons. Like, if you put a lemon cake and chocolate cake on in front of me, and you tell me this is a award-winning lemon cake and everyone likes this lemon cake and this is just the best lemon cake that I have to have, I'm still going to choose that chocolate cake every time, because I don't like lemons. Like, it's nothing against lemons. I'm sure, like, they healthy for you, stuff like that. Just lemons, I don't like the taste of lemons. I don't like the smell of lemons. It's too strong. Like, it's just too much. I don't like lemons, right? So I say that to say, just because I don't like lemons doesn't mean that lemons aren't good. Just because I like lemons doesn't mean other people don't like lemons. Some people love lemons. They love lemonade. They love lemon cake. They love that. But to me, that's not something I like. So it's okay. You have to learn how to accept that not everyone's gonna like your business. Now, on the flip side, when it comes to your emotional validation, you have to accept that not everyone's gonna like you. I don't care if you're the best person. You could be the best person you could possibly be. You could be Beyonce, and half the world loves Beyonce. She has billions of fans, right? But there are people who really don't like Beyonce. Like, I like Beyonce, but I don't like, I'm not like, oh, I gotta go to a Beyonce concert. Like, I wouldn't pay for a Beyonce ticket. But when her ticket ticket sales drop, them joints is sold out every tour. But me, I'm not somebody who would buy a Beyonce ticket. I don't mind her if she comes on the radio. Yeah, I did like her last album, but I don't go like looking for Beyonce songs. Like, I don't go and get in my car, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play Beyonce, right? So I say it to say, but that doesn't mean she's ungreat. That doesn't mean that she's less great. That doesn't mean that she's not a talented artist, because again, she has the fan base and stuff to prove that she is. But to me, I'm just not a fan, and that's okay. So you have to accept that not everyone's gonna like you, and you have to focus on who does like you. So double down on who's showing you attention, who is validating you and stuff like that, and focus on people like that. Okay, so that it's nothing you can do about somebody who don't like you, right? So that is my second point. So my last point of how we want to heal this need for us to be liked is you have to like yourself first. Self-acceptance is more important than external validation. So a lot of people think that a lot of people think, and I'm so sorry, y'all. A lot of people, I'm not editing now, so because this is real life. I'm tired, and I'm making this video for y'all. I've been out working all day, but a lot of people think that just because everyone else like you, that you like yourself. There are famous people who have committed suicide. Okay, there are people who people love that have committed suicide. So I say that to say is just because you think that just when you get all the attention, or when people like you, or people showing you more love on social media and stuff like that, is going to make you it's going to make you feel better, when in actuality it's not. Actuality, it's not, because as soon as it gets taken away, you're going to go back to that feeling of feeling unwanted. So you have to focus on liking yourself, and if it's you have to focus on liking yourself. If it's a business, you have to focus on liking your business. You have to focus on being proud of your business, not before you focus on everyone else liking you. Because if you don't like you, if you don't like your business, if you don't like yourself, it doesn't matter if everybody's showing you attention. It doesn't matter if everybody's buying from you. It's never going to be enough, because you don't like what you're doing. So how that can fit in the business, what that could look like, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. And I'm trying not to make this video too long, but I'm gonna tell you guys a story. How this could look, you not liking your business, is when I got out my first toxic relationship, I was like a 275 pounds. I was a big girl. So I lost 100 pounds, right? And I was in the gym heavy, heavy, heavy. And I was like that. I was off that breakup. What is it? Like, yeah, I was off that post breakup workout, I was vegan, I was eating clean, I was lean. I tell y'all, sexy bitch, sexy, right? And my body was so good. I started posting and stuff like that, my workouts, and people start asking me to train them. I don't even like training. I don't like training other people, and I didn't even really like working out. I was just working out because I was used to it and that was the routine, and I had a specific goal in mind. So I started a training business, and I would train people. I would make them meal plans and all that type of shit. But I literally hated that business. When I tell y'all guys, I hated it. I hated it. People didn't listen. People was late. Like, I didn't really even know what I was doing. Like, I just like working out for myself. It was like I hated that business, and I would not let it go because everyone else liked that business, even though I didn't like that business, and I was unhappy, and it was taking up so much of my day and my time, and for something I didn't really want to do, right? Even if I was getting money for it, it just wasn't something I wanted to do. So therefore, I just was miserable, right? So that's what I mean. That's how it can look in your business if you're focused on everyone else liking you when you don't even like the business or whatever you got going on. Now, how it can look in as a person, if you don't like yourself, if you're not secure in yourself, everyone that does like you're not going to believe them. You're not going to believe them. You're going to think it's something wrong with them because you're going to be like, why do you like me and I don't even like myself? You must be lying. And that's how you end up pushing each other, pushing people away, and destroying good, decent friendships and relationships because you don't even like yourself. So because you're insecure in yourself, you can't believe that somebody, you can't even fathom that somebody would like you, right? So that's why you need to focus on liking yourself, so that way you don't project that insecurity on those who do love you and those who do like you, because you don't feel like you're deserving of that because you don't like yourself. Does that make sense? But yeah, so let me just run through these topics right quick again for you guys. So how do we heal this validation wound? One, understand why you want to be liked. Is the focus on you want other people like you so you can influence them to be better or have better lives? Or do you want other people to like you because um you want to feel better about yourself, right? So you got to identify why you want to be liked, so that way you can figure out how to solve it. If it's you want other people to like you in your business so you can get more customers, then maybe you just need to be working on marketing. If you want other people to like you because you want to feel better about yourself, then maybe you need to go to therapy. Okay. um let's see. Number two, accept that not everybody gonna like you. It's nothing that you can do. Okay, you can't do nothing. It's people who don't like Beyonce, and she's a superstar. She's like one of the biggest pop stars, R&B artists, whatever you want to call it, in the world, and there are people who don't like her. So it don't matter how perfect you are. It doesn't matter how great you are, what you accomplish. There's always going to be someone like you, and they're allowed to not like you, right? It doesn't make you any less great. And number three, make sure you like yourself first, because if you don't like yourself first, it doesn't matter if people like you, because you're going to be miserable. Whether you're doing a business that you really don't like because everyone else likes it, or whether you're pushing away people who actually do like you because you feel like you're unworthy of love or being liked, so you're projecting onto others, which is hurting your relationships. Okay. So, but yeah, so I hope this helps. And with that being said, again, my name is sirenredd. I'm the entrepreneur, and I'll see you guys on our next Motivational Monday. Bye.